What's good, boys? This is No Skin Gang here, showing you an all-comprehensive building guide. I think there's a lot of videos, there's a little too many, all showing you the same stuff, too much stuff, so this is just going to have everything. I promise you'll learn something new. At least I might be going over the basics at first, but there's something to learn in here for you. I'm going to try to make you a building god, alright? So first things first, we're going to start off with what you should do with the settings. You're going to want to go to your locker, set an emote to one of these green ones, right? So you can do the fast farming glitch or whatever you want to call it, because why would you not just save half your time farming? So you're going to go to your locker emote 1, and then you're going to set your right mouse button. And to preface this, I'm going to just assume your keybinds or whatever you feel is comfortable. We all got different hand sizes and all that, so you might as well just find out what's comfortable for you. I've been changing it all the time since I've been starting to play this game, and I think I just now got what I want, but who knows? I mean, I don't use the left alt, I don't use the mouse wheel up. Maybe I should, you know? Just gonna have to find that out as time goes. So this is a playground guide. I think there's too many guides. This is just gonna try to have everything you need to become a building master. So we're gonna queue up into playground, get max mats, and I'm gonna show you where to drop. Alright, so since we're in playground mode, where we drop doesn't really matter, honestly. I usually drop tilted because you want like 2 max stats. You don't really need 3 because you're usually building too high in the air to where 3 stacks matter, because you're gonna cap out in the air. But I just like tilted. I also just change it up because you can drop anywhere when you die, obviously. So we're gonna drop tilted. The reason I think the mouse cam's so important, by the way, is because I think there's not enough emphasis on the strokes and, like, wink wink, the strokes you need to do proper building as fast as possible, because you see a lot of people building 1x1s. They'll do this or they'll do that when you should just do smooth strokes, you feel me? So we're just gonna get max mats, and then I'm gonna show you the first thing to do. You're gonna start with the 1x1, the simplest. You've probably seen it a million times. Gonna demonstrate how to fast farm really quick, by the way. You just hold your left click and then you lightly tap on your right click. It's pretty simple. You get the double axe. You'll learn it. You got this. Alright, so now we're going to get to the 1x1. You've seen it a million times. You're about to see it again if you have. It's pretty simple. You just stroke. You just try to be smooth with your mouse, right? Because that way you can just get there faster. It's a smooth, like, 360. You don't want to... You just really don't want to do that, be annoying with your mice. Everyone does it smooth. It's pretty simple. You can do it fast, you know. Try to go faster. You want to walk up the stairs as well when you do it. I'll try to do it fast. So, because I want to make a mistake. Alright, so when you make a mistake like this, you're going to want to edit, because you want to roll with the punches. Because once you're in a real fight, you're going to have to, you're going to make mistakes, and you got to, you know, you got to just keep going. So make sure you get those edits down, practice those. Practice building up high, and then you got this. Alright, so now the next very important fundamental is ramp rushing. Now to do this, you're going to start off just building these 2 ramps. Make sure you got that down. It's pretty easy. If you can't do that, you need some help. I don't know what to do for you, for real. But we're going to put some walls on those bad boys, alright? And that's where it gets a little more complicated, but still, you'll get it. I believe in you if you practice, you know. So you're going to start by walking up. And once you get to the middle of the staircase, you're gonna do the circular motion and put those walls on. I don't know if you can see it pretty well by the way I'm doing it. And then once you got it down walking, you're gonna run. That's the challenge, right? And then you might mess up sometimes. You might put a wall in front of you, but that's okay, because it's okay to make mistakes as long as you're improving. And then once you're going down after you got to the tippy top, right, you're gonna do some edits on the way down, or you can kill yourself and get more mats, whatever you prefer, whatever you're trying to work on. But personally, I think editing is just as important to building and just as important to fundamentals, even though I'm not doing this that fast, but I suck, right? So I'm gonna show you something a little more complicated now. Alright guys, so now we're gonna try to get to the final 2x2 ramp rushing boss, which is the floor ramp stair. You're going to start off with the 1x1, do it nice and easy with the walking. So we're just going to walk up, floor, wall. So walk, when you get to the middle, like that. I'm sorry for running right there. And then when you make a mistake, like I'm sure I will, just randomly, because I always do. Or I guess not. Try to do it. When you make a mistake like this, you're just going to want to edit and just keep going, alright? So once you get good at walking, you're going to want to run. I'll just demonstrate that real quick. And it's a pretty easy, smooth, easy to do. When you finish that, you're going to edit your way down, right? Do all that good stuff. I prefer using metal and wood, by the way, because you can see through when you're doing it. With brick, it's kind of hard, because it's like, see what I mean, when you can't see through the brick as easily as the steel and wood. But we're going to get to the 2x2 now. Alright boys, we're at the final boss. This is the stair, floor, wall. It's a pretty useful method. It's easy to not get shot down if you do it all this. It's really safe if you got the mats to do it, because obviously it takes 60 mats, which is a lot. But you're going to want to do a rotation, so I'm going to start by walking. You want to build these stairs right when you're on this, like, right when you're right here, you know, right in the middle of the what you were just on. And then you want to build the floors when you're a little towards more of the top, right? And then once you're a little on the stairs, you want to build the walls. Do a little fast. Well, I'll do a little walking first, just so you see the reverse, right? Do a little fast. Alright, but you're gonna make mistakes when you do this, and that's okay. You're gonna like make ramps like this right above you. You're gonna edit those, and you're just gonna keep going. You're gonna build walls to the side. I bet you will when you first start, but it's alright, because we're gonna learn from it. Yeah, I got a ramp right there. Why do I even have a ramp right there, right? I'm an idiot. Alright, now we're gonna throw you a little editing practice, right? So we're gonna walk, wall, edit, continue to walk. Just like that. You're gonna do that, you're gonna get better at editing in a fast situation. Once you get good at that, you're gonna start running. It's still easy to make mistakes. Like you see, I just almost edited the stairs. It's okay. Once you get good at that, you're gonna become an editing genius. Alright guys, now I'm gonna show you how to do a 4-layer single ramp push. You're gonna start this off, you're gonna have a ramp, wall, and then ramp underneath. 2 ways to do this. One requires 4 switches. That's when you do the floor after this. You always do the floor though after your ramp. Then you could do the ramp and then the wall. I prefer, honestly, to just do the one that requires 3 swaps, because it's easier to turbo build into the next ramp. So that's when you just do the ramp, then the floor, then the wall, then the ramp, because usually it registers you just walking up it anyway, because that's just how Fortnite works. It's really fast. Alright, so now I'm going to just demonstrate how I do it walking. If you notice, like, right at the top right here, I built the floor. I didn't do it that one time. I'll just demonstrate it right there. So right at the top, I do that. Right, the ramp, I look below a little bit, then I get the floor, and then everything else just goes pretty nicely. Just do that running really quick, just so I can prove that you can do it in the order I said you could. So that's how you do the 1x1 version. I like to edit down when I'm doing this, because it's fairly easy to do a nice little edit practice. It's probably the best one for the edit practice, honestly. You can do a 2x2 version of this. It's really hard, and you're probably never going to use it in game, so I'm just not going to show that. If you want to see that though, I'm sure you can find that video on YouTube. Maybe I'll link it, but there you go. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you is going to be all about retaking high ground. You're going to put your ramp, then your floor, and then you're just going to do the wall and get your floor and your ramp down. This is pretty good when you just need a quick AR hit right here, you know, and it's just useful overall. So we're just going to practice that really quick. Might make a little floor right above you as well. You're just going to edit through that. You're just going to keep practicing that to get high ground, you know. It's pretty sturdy, it's pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a little double ramp edit practice. You're going to get your wall, you're going to get floor, and you're just going to get 2 ramps. So you can get started with a double ramp, and then you're gonna edit it to reverse. So I'm just gonna demonstrate that quick. Once you get to the top, you're just gonna want to edit that. Get a nice little high ground, nice little out of practice. Pretty simple, pretty useful. It's pretty much just, instead of doing this, it's a lot less materials if you're ever running low, you know. Alright, so now we're gonna go over how to react when you get ramped over. So to set this up, you're just gonna do 2 ramps and a little reverse ramp right here. What you're gonna do for the first method is pretty simple. You're just gonna floor, ramp. So you can just get high ground, you know, ramp over them. It's pretty easy, simple to do. Next one you could do is you could just trap them in with the triangle, or I mean pyramid. So you can trap them in, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want, and you can even get a nice little double ramp afterwards. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna make a new one. Now the next one you can also do is just a little nicer. I think I like this one a lot because you just get over them. You can do whatever you want after that. You just gotta react really quickly. That's probably the best method. Alright, so just to clarify what you're gonna do last one, you're gonna do 2 floors, a ramp above, and then a ramp up another floor, a ramp, and probably a wall. Then you can do anything you want after this. You can get over them. They're probably gonna keep ramping up, so I'd probably go that way, you know. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. You just gotta keep practicing that, get that down perfect, and then sometimes you're gonna want to trap them instead, you know. Alright, so this next one's for all of you guys that love the build battles, because I know you want to be a build battle god, kill all your friends, right? Not in real life though. So what we're gonna do, you get all these ramps, and then once you get to the turnaround, you're going to want to 180 it, and you're going to want to get to this corner, and that makes it so easy to ramp over. Alright, so you're 180 legend, I got you. Now, like my man Dwight, the only thing we can do is outplay ourselves, because the only people that can beat us is ourselves, because we're just that good. So we're just going to go, we're going to ramp up, we're going to do our normal 180, then we're going to wall above us, and then we're going to keep going. Maybe pyramid above us, edit that, just keep going. This is good because once you're getting shot from above, you want to be able to block. Alright, so just a little bonus. I see a lot of people don't do this. When these ramps are even and you're ramping over them, a lot of the time you're going to want to put a floor and a wall, especially if it's a 1x1. It's a little harder when it's double ramp, obviously. This avoids because a lot of people are getting way better at the pyramid trap. People know how useful it can be, so that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, you can also just make your own pyramid above yourself and then edit through it and keep going. That runs the risk of you not having them doing their own thing a little easier too. It's just something to keep in mind. Alright bro, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I wasn't too cringy and that my editing wasn't too bad, because this is my first video. If you liked it, if you learned something, show some love. I hope you're building God by now. If you're not, you'll get to it. I recommend you listen to audiobooks for a lot of this stuff, because it is just mindless thinking and you don't want to waste any of your time. That's why I kind of try to make it jam-packed and not give much explanation, because I think a lot of the stuff's self-explanatory. So if you loved it, if you hate it, tell me why. Follow my stream, and thanks for watching.